Hello everyone, my name is Yuko Tomizuka. I'm a global real estate investment advisor with 30 years of working experience, and I evaluated so far more than 20,000 of cases. Today, I'd like to speak something about the business tips. The secrets to realizing inspiration. By referring to the tips that Mr. Inamori shared with members of Seiwajuku, the Inamori's workshop, Mr. Inamori is a legendary Japanese entrepreneur. He founded Kyocera and KDDI, one of the top 3 telecommunication companies, and he saved Japan Airlines from its bankruptcy. Kyocera's honorary chairman, Inamori, said, believing in your infinitability. Number 2, striving yourself much harder than anyone else. Number 3, paying most attention to your customer's request. Number 4, receiving the message released by God. Number 5, holding a strong and persistent desire embedded in your subliminal mind. Number 6, accumulating your small but daily improvement. Number 7, looking at what you accomplished through your career. Number 8, maintaining honest and straightforward views. Let me explain one by one. Number 1, believing in infinite ability. About the invention of the ceramics, some said that I invented the ceramics due to my talent, but it is not true. When I was doing an experiment, I stumbled upon one of my senior colleagues dropped into the lab corridor. It was a chunk of an industrial wax, which I eventually used for molding ceramic powders. That gave me inspiration, and that inspiration led me to use that wax. I believe I have infinite ability. God, regardless of our intelligence, should equally give infinite ability to everyone. Master Yamaguchi of Aikikai, Okinawa Aikikai, in Aikido also said the same thing. Master Yamaguchi has realized the ultimate neutral or powerless or no stress. He realized in his practice. He also teaches us we humans have the same ability. Thus, it is simply your mind or your obsessed mindset that prevents you from doing Aikido, which means realizing the ultimate flexibility. From a psychological point of view, I think this is how to remove restrictions, which means mental blocks that you have. You should not stand out more than do others. You should not demonstrate your opinion. You should be loved as you are the victim. If you have such blocks, the subconsciousness will unintentionally keep you away from the best way to achieve the goal, realizing your inspiration. So if you want to make the inspiration reality, you may need to remove such mental blocks. Tips number 2, striving yourself much harder than anyone else. We have to strive ourselves to make that inspiration real. In addition to inspiration, we make a tremendous effort to make things happen. The excuse of people who cannot realize the inspiration is lack of the given talent. But this is not true. The lack of strong determination and endeavors prevented you from realizing your inspiration. Mr. Inamori said at the time, I had no other option than working for that company, one company. I couldn't escape. I couldn't work, so I worked hard to make a breakthrough. Normally, few people are under such pressure, so they cannot push themselves as hard as possible, since they could find some other alternatives. I personally think that is true. I think it is necessary to have strong determination to achieve the goal. Labor may not be an error of determination. However, I think that determination will be necessary to make the inspiration a reality. Paying most attention to your customer's request. When almost 100% of the semiconductor parts in Silicon Valley were made by Kyocera, Mr. Noyce, the top of the Intel at the time, asked Mr. Inamori, if Kyocera goes into semiconductor production, that would be a threat to us. Tell me your idea. I don't have any intention to enter into the semiconductors. As everyone is happy to use the Kyocera package, I have no intention of becoming a competitor with you guys. I will supply the package as a subcontractor and as a vendor. Please keep using the Kyocera package without any threat. If we had entered into semiconductors at that time, we could have become a company with a large share in semiconductors, but that would have brought terrible consequences to us because we should have made our loyal customers our enemies. We should never forget that the original inspiration had always come from our customers. Could you, Inamori, try to make such a package? We should never betray those who had inspired us. I think this is a very important business decision, as, as that looked like an opportunity for Kyocera as well. The fundamental threshold is whether or not we could survive unless we went into this area. If we find that we could survive without any invasion, we should never do that. Will this direction fulfill our staffs both psychologically, physically, and mentally? Will this strategy contribute to the progress and development of society? As a business leader, we have to think carefully about them. I think that the cause of grudges, whether in business or in relationship with others, has always reminded in us. Number 4, receiving the message released by God. God always gives us a hint of feeling fulfilled, but most people don't take it too seriously and tend to overlook it. I overlooked the sign from God, and I agree with him. If you relax or rewrite your subconscious mind, you will be able to be aware of the signs from God. It means to notice something. People sometimes miss to look at what they already have been given, and they feel like they are missing something. Instead, it is important to look at what you already have. For instance, the information you already have, and to think that this is a sort of liberation from God. I don't think my effort has been enough. I will consider what is given as a sign and look into again what I have given. Tips from 5 to 8 will be explained in the next newsletter. If you like this episode, please like this video and also channel. Thank you for your attention.